Well, I don't know if that really just happened, but the intro just completely went weird. Sorry about that, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Picnic Table Chat Show. This is season 7, episode 5. And again, we are suffering really bad Wi Fi issues. So I do apologise in advance for that. I expect quite a few people are experiencing the storm now. It's moved a bit further inland. We've still got quite gusty winds and rain, heavy rain predicted again soon. It's been almost non-stop all week. Um, Quite severe floods, etc., etc. But let's not talk about the weather. Let's talk about something else. I'll be honest. I actually haven't even wrote a script tonight. I normally write a little script, a little kind of bullet points of things I'm going to talk about. Haven't done that tonight. There was meant to be an interview again. It's completely my fault. I've just been so busy. I completely exhausted myself. I needed to go to sleep and I haven't managed to do interviews and things like that, setting things up. So it's just me again tonight, and I will get all of that sorted and rearranged as soon as I am sort of awake. I'm just so tired. I've been working non-stop. You know what it's like when I get sort of into the thing. So we've been feeding the Polyrhacus dives here tonight. I'm going to answer your question in just a minute, Rose Donna. Been feeding the Polyrhacus dives here tonight in their second tank. You can see them coming in via the bridge at the top of the screen there, just in front of the really bad wallpaper. And there's quite a few ants going up and quite a lot of ants coming down. I expect the traffic coming down will increase as the night goes on because I only fed them recently. You can see the tank's actually really quite busy already, but it's nothing compared to what it will be, put it that way. The other day I fed them 5 roaches, I think it was, and a jelly pot in the other tank, and there was just ants in both tanks absolutely everywhere all night, and the bridge was non-stop. In fact, it's become a little bit of an issue, right? So the beetles, like the dives never try and eat the beetles. They occasionally nip them if they get in their way or if they try and steal their food or something like that, but they don't generally try and eat them. They might have lost a lot of their sort of natural hunting because I feed them this way. They don't ever sort of hunt anything. I have seen them eat one, but I believe it was already dead. Back in had a difficult smash with funny, but oh no, you smashed with funny, but I hope it made you laugh at least, Baz. If it didn't, then I don't know, hit it again and try harder. That knocked you off your laptop. Oh dear. So yeah, there I expect. What was I saying? Yeah, that's it. So the Darkland Beetles, they occasionally have like a little wrestling match, sort of at the top of the bridge, branch thing, whatever. I like to call it the ant bridge. And they go up there and they have like a little wrestling match, and it makes it kind of move a little bit. It's a bit of a nightmare. The other day I saw them wrestle, almost falling off it, to the point where one of the Darkland Beetles actually used his foot to push off the side of the tank to get back on it. So it was like, oh no. I've seen it sort of move a little bit, and we are finding Polyrhacus dives around the room occasionally, very rarely, maybe 1 or 2 a day. So I need to move it back, but because it's like a constant stream now, it's like literally there's ants just crawling over each other on that. It's constant. Check out some of the time lapses, you'll see what I mean. It's sort of difficult to move it back into the position I like it. So I've got another plan. I might add a new hill section into the original tank, which will sort of secure this into its location a bit more, anchor it at that bit more height, so it's not it's not like drooping down so far. You know what I mean? It will just be a little bit further away from where the tank is. And then the other option is just to get another one and sort of attach them in the middle. But I probably won't do that. I'll probably build a hill, to be honest, because that seems like the more logical option. And it just seems logical. But we'll get there. It's not a massive issue. The wife occasionally goes, oh, there's a dive there. I'm like, oh, okay. And we casually just pick it up with whatever and put it back in the tank. It's not an issue. Even she's kind of got used to it now. They've been escaping for a very long time. Bear in mind, you can see that actually the traffic's really starting to pick up from the bridge. Bear in mind, when they were only in the one tank. They were constantly escaping anyways, straight out of the wire. So it's it's really not. I'm surprised there are not too many climbing up the wall. Yeah, see, right. So I thought they'd be on mass migration out if they had the chance, but no. Uh, right. So that's one thing I try and avoid. Right, is when you see an ant colony and there's so many of them, they are all over the walls, they're all over the floor, they're everywhere. That's sort of where I'm thinking you need more space. You know what I mean? Although it's cool to see that, like, yeah. But there's a lot of ants. There's definitely a lot. I don't know how many we're at now. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands. No, not that many, but probably about 8,000 ants in there. I don't know. The nest is huge. It's probably about 2 foot wide now, 3-4 inches deep, maybe. Most of it is that deep. It's pretty impressive, and quite scary if you're going to put your hands in there. Which I have had to do several times lately. I got cut back regularly. For some reason, one of the plants in there, just like one part of it, is just in the matter of about. Well, when did I put this bridge in? It was the same night I put this bridge in that we moved this branch into a different part of the tank, sort of out of the way of the bridge. And since then, just one leaf has shot up all the way to the roof. So I had to cut that down the other day. And it was really cool. I thought, all right, well, I know this leaf is really, clean and well grown. So I put it into my leaf cutters to see if they'd go for it. They smashed it in. Overnight, there was literally nothing left of that leaf. But I'll be honest, the leaf cutters are absolutely insane. I gave them 2 plants, whole plants, like a dandelion plant, and I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what the other one is. It's sort of a dandelion, it's sort of a thistle, it's sort of in the middle, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. I'm sure I'll recognise it more in spring when it starts to bloom, but at the minute I just don't recognise the leaf. But they're enjoying it. They've pretty much demolished both plants, and I only put them in around lunchtime before I went for my nap. So that's pretty cool. Pretty insane how fast they go through it. If you look on the Facebook page, I shared some pictures earlier on my own personal profile of before I fed them the new leaf and after about an hour after I fed them the new leaf or something, and it was absolutely like covered in leaf. It was such a difference and very cool to see. So that's worth checking out. What was it? There's been a couple of really cool things happen lately. There's been some unboxings done by people of stuff that we've sent them. So that's been really cool to watch. I've been really enjoying them, and it's nice to see that the products are arriving safely and everyone's sort of happy with what they're receiving. So yeah, that's really cool. Everything's going really well on that respect. I'm really happy with everything. Should we talk a little bit about Sheffield? I'm going to take a little sip of my cup of tea. Oh, my snails. Right, so before we talk about Sheffield, I've rehoused my giant African land snails and I rehoused my dubia roaches into what my snails were in. Mainly because my dubia roaches, there was just so many roaches and I needed to give them a better environment. Like they were sort of, I know they like to climb over each other, but there was just so many of them. So I gave them that, and I'm going to give them some more height and stuff like that via cardboard boxes and egg crates and stuff, and just keep that breeding product going because they're doing really well. But anyways, the snails there. There's 2 of them sort of racing up the side to try and get to the roof at the minute. Absolutely beautiful land snails that I haven't got many left on the site for sale. They are cheap, so if you want to get one, be quick. The one that's on there is, I don't know if it's he or she, obviously. It's absolutely beautiful. Like the shell on it is absolutely gorgeous. If you want to see, send me a message. I'll send you a picture. I might even put a picture on the website. It'd be stupid not to because I've only got one. But absolutely gorgeous shell on it. It's I don't know, it's bigger than a £2 coin. It is a nice, decent size. It's not massive yet, but it's decent size and good enough for sending. And it'd make a great pet for anyone that likes that sort of thing, definitely. So yeah, that's happened. Let's talk a little bit about Sheffield. those done it does suck that you cannot get to Sheffield. Like Dad says, hopefully you'll be able to get to one later in the year, or even in the following years. We're not going to stop. There will be these shows forever. We're going to keep going until well after I'm gone. I expect my kids will keep it going. Amy likes this sort of thing, so I expect she'll be doing it. Yeah, your surgery. I mean, good luck with surgery. I hate it when anyone has surgery. It's always it's always an experience, isn't it? Always an experience. So good luck. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I hope it all goes well and you're back with us very soon after. But yeah, we will be live streaming parts of the show, obviously, and the raffle draw in the morning. So you'll be able to see what's going on and you won't be missing out completely. So don't worry about that. What else? You can't wait to get your box. Yeah, I can't wait to send the box. The mystery boxes are one of my favourite products out of the new range. And it gives me that sort of freedom to just chuck loads of awesome stuff in a box and make people smile. You know what I mean? Like without them going, oh, I only want, or I want this or this or that. You know what I mean? It's just giving me a sort of budget to go nuts. Yeah. Obviously, I've got a brief sort of, I know what needs to go in each one roughly, but I do have a bit of leniency, a bit of play around with what goes into each mystery box. Every single one is completely different and unique, obviously. 2 options on the website. If you're interested, check them out. They are great fun. There's going to be an unboxing on Scott's Inverts very soon of one of our mystery boxes, so do check that out as well. And Rose Donna has ordered one already, so I'm really excited to get that sent out. Hopefully tomorrow, as long as the weather isn't too cold. Well, to be honest, I'm not expecting it to be too cold tomorrow. I'm expecting it will drop more later in the week. Whilst it's raining, it will hopefully maintain temperature. It's your first time. I don't normally buy them as well. It's something I really want to start doing. Those mug of teas from So Many Legs look really cool as well. We've got the prize for that in the raffle for Sheffield. You could win a mug of teas, and I think it's like 3 or 4 like slings or something like that in a mug, and I thought that's pretty cool. But yeah, mystery boxes are very fun. It's always exciting to see what you're going to get, you know. Sorry, anytime I go quiet, just assume I'm drinking my cup of tea before it goes cold. I have got a Monster energy drink already open, I'm afraid, but we're sticking to the cup of tea for now. Whoops. Let's talk about Sheffield. Sheffield is, oh my God, what a day Sheffield's going to be. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. What is there to say? Does anyone want any details? If you've got any questions, please do ask them. I will try and answer the best. I'm not going to tell you everything because most of you, I expect, already know. Obviously, we've got over 30 traders coming, or over 30 trader pitches. I think it's a better way to say that. It's absolutely amazing. We've got jumping spiders, tarantulas, roaches, other inverts, mantises. I can't even explain all of that. There's so many other inverts and cool stuff coming. We got loads of accessories and enclosures and bioactive stuff and experiences, and that's just the trade section. You know, it's pretty phenomenal, to be honest with you. You've got 4 Brazilian bird eater slings. Oh my days, Baz, that's pretty insane. You're going to have to keep me updated on that. I've always wanted the Goliath, but I always wanted one back in the day before I had any experience. As soon as I sort of knew, I said, obviously I've got to go through the phases before that, and I've only got the Canabino Versicolor, so I'm going to be going through a few more stages before I get the big one. But one day it will happen, I'm sure. I'm getting into them a lot more, and I'm looking to probably pick up a couple of tarantulas at the show. I have sort of a little list of things that I'm going to be looking to pick up at the show for myself, which I'm really excited about. Like, obviously, I'm going to be busy working and running the show, but I have set myself a little bit of time, along with all of my staff. All of my staff will get breaks and a chance to go around the show themselves as well. just to be fair to them. So that's really cool. And like I say, that's just the trade section that we've talked about. Not sure suppose shop, they're cheeky. And I'll keep you updated. I have a list. It's always good to have a list. Be organised, especially on a day like this. Check out the schedule. It is posted on the website. See who's on the stages. We've got 2 stages, busy all day. Pretty much you get like a half an hour slot between each act. You know what I mean? There's an act on each stage. There's a half an hour break and then another act. And that's on both stages working at the same time. So we got quite a lot to get through on the day. So if you want to try and catch like all of them, you probably won't be able to. Work out which ones are the best ones that you want to go and see. I will say it's 100% worth going to see at least one of the AMP lectures. Like, they are some pretty phenomenal people and they know some pretty cool stuff. So go and see one of the AMP lectures, go and see some of the invert experiences, go walk around the traders, and then we've got the exhibit area as well. We've got some awesome exhibits, including my leaf cutters, my bullet amps, and some other amazing stuff that's going to be coming up to Sheffield as well. Stuff which isn't just enclosures. We've got other exhibits that aren't just ant enclosures, but other interesting cool stuff. So make sure you check out the whole exhibit area as well. It's split over 2 rooms. Do check out both rooms. There's a stage in each room, so you'll instantly be like, well, where's the second stage? And then we'll tell you it's in the second room. So hopefully that will draw people through naturally, if you know what I mean, and you won't like go home missing the fact there's a second room, because that would be an absolute nightmare for me personally. That would be the worst case scenario, if someone didn't know there was even a second room and they didn't see half of it. I want to show them the whole show. We've got some amazing cool stuff that I'm not going to tell you about, but all sorts is happening throughout the day, throughout the event. So do keep your eyes open for other stuff. And photo opportunities, there's going to be loads of photo opportunities with a lot of the cool stuff that's going to be happening. That is sort of surprises as well. You're going to want to grab a photo with it. It's sort of that sort of thing. So do that. Go get your face painted. Do support the local face painter, because I like to support local businesses as well as the big invert traders and whatnot as well. So we've got a local face painter from the area coming to the show to give us face painted bug faces for the kids and whatnot. But if you're an adult, you can enjoy it as well. I probably will be. I did last time. I was a dinosaur at Bristol. It was pretty awesome. It's all a bit of fun, and it makes it a bit more special for the younger audience, which we are going to have quite a few of by the looks of the ticket sales so far, which I'm not going to disclose an actual number, but we've got quite a lot of tickets sold, we'll say that. Quite a lot of people are going to be in the room. It's going to be a very, very busy day. I'm super excited. It is absolutely fantastic. What else is there to talk about? The main doors are at 10 o'clock. If you've got early access tickets, they will be at 9:15, as it says on the ticket. There will be, if you've got an early access ticket, there will be doors open when you arrive. There will already be someone at the doors. If you've got the normal tickets or you're buying tickets on the day, there's 2 doors available. There's the tickets, like you've already bought your tickets you've already bought your tickets online, so queue up there and you literally scan your ticket, get handed your wristband, in you go. And then there's a second queue for if you're buying the ticket there. It might just take a little bit longer, so I split it into 2 queues. And we've got enough doors, so it's a completely separate door right next to it. Go in, buy your ticket, get your wristband, and there you go. It's easy as that. And grab flyers and stuff, because we've got flyers advertising, obviously, all sorts of different things, including our other events which are being held. We've got 2 other big events and a few smaller events this year, just sort of pushing out from what we did last year, from just 1 show to 3 big shows. It's looking really good. Again, we've got some amazing people coming to both Weymouth and Sheffield, Weymouth and Bristol. I'm not going to tell you any of the traders or anyone that's signed up yet. The lists will be made available after Sheffield. I'll probably start posting on both events after Sheffield, because a lot of people I know won't be coming to the Weymouth one, but will be more interested in the Bristol show. So, yeah, if you want more information on them, if you're a trader or whatever, just send me a message. Obviously, booking forms are already available and going out thick and fast. Quite honestly, it won't surprise me if we completely fill up before too long again. Sheffield, I couldn't fit another trader in, even if I tried. We are completely packed out to the point I've had to turn people away. So it might get like that with Bristol and possibly Weymouth as well. I'm not going to say definitely, but it would be an amazing thing for me personally. What else is there to tell you about Sheffield? The doors shut at 4 p.m. And that does mean I will be at 4 p.m. I will be herding people towards the door. Time to go, because I want to go home after the event. We're gonna go get something to eat basically after the event, and then we're jumping straight on a bus and driving all the way back 300 miles to Weymouth. Dropping people off along the way on the Great Ant Bus, I decided to call it, because we've hired an ant bus or a bus, and if you're looking for a way to get to the show, you can jump on the bus for a small fee and get a return ticket if you want, if you're along the way that we have planned it. All the details, again, are on the website. It gives you a list of everywhere we're going and prices and everything like that. So it's going to be a long day, so I won't be like hanging around, you know what I mean? Yeah, at 4 o'clock we will be, me and my staff will be sort of herding you towards the door, but I mean that in the politest way possible. I do have, I've got 300 miles to go back. Eek. What else is there to tell you? I'm sure there's plenty of other things that I'm supposed to tell you. I've completely forgotten. The raffle will be held at 10:15. So that's like 15 minutes after we open the doors. I know that is early and people will still be coming in, but honestly, that is the only time we've got on the stage where there's not big people talking. So I wouldn't want to take up that time by like having to do, and it just makes sense. And that way, quite a few of the traders that have donated prizes, we've got about 25 prizes now. It's one prize per winning ticket. You can buy multiple tickets and you can win multiple prizes. Just putting that out there. The link is running across the screen right now. Some of the vendors have donated gear, vouchers and stuff, and they will be at the show. So if you get those vouchers, you'll be able to spend them at the show. Quite a lot of I will be live streaming as much as I possibly can. But done that. Obviously, it will be done off my phone, I expect, because I won't be taking a laptop or anything with me. I will do as much as I can, but I can't guarantee everything. I will definitely be taking lots of videos though, and I'll talk about that quickly. We have got, I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but we have got several different media departments coming, we could say. We've got the Sheffield University Media Department, both photography and video are going to be done by them, and a couple of other groups of media enthusiasts, we could say, are going to come along and film and photograph the show for their own sort of portfolios, but we have full rights to use the footage and photos as well. So that's really cool, and obviously really helpful for anyone that does want to see it afterwards. There will be bits available. I might even try and talk to them to see if they can film the main stage talks or something like that as well. As I will take a laptop. I'll take a laptop definitely, and we'll be streaming as much as we can. If I'm not streaming, someone will be. I will try and get my staff streaming as well. I'll give them all the link so that they can stream straight off my account for the day, and it will all just run like that. And we'll do what we can, But I will be quite busy throughout the day, so I will hold my hands up now and say I will do what I can, but I can't promise everything. What else was there to say? I cannot remember now. Obviously, I've got quite a few staff on the day. Most of them, if not all of them, will be wearing the Ant Exhibition UK shirts. You will recognise them for that. Um, if you've got any issues, go and speak to them, or come find me. I'll be about. I'll be the nutter running about like a nutcase that, oh, I was last time. I'm hoping I won't be this time. In fact, I'm hoping this time will be quite nice and I can wear a nice suit or something and actually shake everyone's hand as they come in and say thank you for coming and supporting the show. Because it really does. It's like, it means a lot to me how much support we've got this time, especially. I mean, the last show, yes, it was really good and the support was great, but this time it's just sort of blown it out of the water completely. Like we've already sold like nearly, hang on, 2.5. We've sold about 2.5 times as many tickets as the last show already, and we've still got 27 days to go. And from what I hear, actually, most invert shows, people tend to buy the tickets on the day. So and following sort of social media and things like that, it does seem like we're expecting quite a few more people which haven't got tickets yet. Thank you, Baz. I'm super happy as well. I'm not shy to say that. The last show, like I say, was a lot of hard work and it was a good start, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. It didn't quite reach my own expectations, let alone anyone else's. But it was a great show and a starting off point. Whereas this now has really got its momentum behind it. Saying that, the flyers that you can pick up flyers at the event. I said that one side of it's the Sheffield poster, one side of it's the information about other shows, the dates of other shows. 1,000 of them have gone out in like the last 10 days, something like that. And that's not even all of it. And then after the Sheffield event, I've got another 10,000 flyers going all around the country and things like that. So momentum's definitely going and building. And the Bristol one, we've got some. I can't like go blurting it all out. I'm gonna have a sip of my cup of tea before I do. Ha. So the Bristol show will be in the same venue that we were in last year, Fairfield High School. They were really, really good to us. But we will be having multiple rooms again at that show, and it's grown phenomenally. I can't say that word, phenomenally again. And here comes Evie, the little whirlwind. We have some amazing people. Hang on. You got to say hi, Evie. Daddy's working. You got to say hi to the microphone. Good girl. You say hello, everyone. Good girl. You go with mummy now. There you go, girl. There you go, everyone. That was Evie. That was nice, wasn't it? She's only been talking since about August. Bear in mind, she is 7. She's non-verbal autistic, so it means a lot to us that she started talking, and she listens. We can ask her to talk to the microphone, and she does that. It blows us away. It really changed our life. Anyways, Bristol was amazing, wasn't it? It was great, but it needed more, didn't it? Like I said, I was still learning. There was a lot of things that I messed up on that show. I forgot to do proper signage and things like that, but it was a great learning point and a great start for us. And again, like I say, they've been really supportive to us at the Fairfield High School, so that's going to be a spectacular day. We have some amazing, that's what I was going to say, they're not all traders. We have some kind of experiences and information stands and things like that are turning up. Oh my days, there's some really cool ones coming, and they're coming from quite far away as well. They've been like interested by the show, and yeah, it's going to be spectacular. And I'm going to spoil it a little bit. We are already looking towards 2024, and again, those shows are going to be spectacular. We have some things lined up on the main stage already. We had to plan that far ahead because it's it's just such a big thing basically, and their diary gets booked up so fast that we had to plan that far ahead. But yeah, we already have stuff booking up for 2024, which is gonna be absolutely spectacular. I'm just watching my snails, which are sort of up and down and all over the place in that minute. I do love those snails; they're so cool. So I've put them up like quite high, but it's where I've got a really great view of them from my seat, my desk seat. Um, if you trade a ticket for Bristol, if the yeah, Baz, message me about it, buddy. Of course, you'd be welcome there. We are. In fact, we are increasing the amount of AMP stores that we are obviously hosting. I'm not going to tell you exact numbers of Bristol yet, obviously, because Bristol is still taking traders, but we are expecting the number of AMP stores to go up slightly. I like to keep it balanced, although it is an AMP show. The AMP stuff is sort of the exhibits, the stages, that sort of stuff is more AMP oriented, whereas the traders, I like to do a good mix, and I don't want it to be too ant heavy either. So having a good mix, say if we have like 5 to 10 ant traders, I'd want to have 5 to 10 invert traders of every sort of kind of invert, really, not necessarily, but you know what I mean. I'd want to have like 5 jumping spiders and 5 tarantula traders, and I'd have them stretched over whole different areas, much like Sheffield. So Sheffield, we have posted the map online. You'll be able to find links to room 1 and room 2 as PDF maps, I believe, or even images, I don't know, but they're on there, and you'll be able to plan out where you want to go, who you want to see, and where everyone is. You can see it all without getting lost. I don't know. There will be maps, obviously, on the day and programs available as well, all completely free, of course. What was I saying? Yeah, that's it. Maps. Completely forgot where I was going with that. 2 seconds. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So the maps, you'll be able to see that it's split into 3 distinct areas, split down the middle of the main hall, and then we've got room 2. So each sort of different area, you'll be able to find a mix of all the different traders in each area. So we're not too heavy in any one particular area on any one particular type of invert. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because I've tried really hard to sort of keep it nice and balanced like that. I will say some of the bigger traders are in the second room, so you will have to go all the way through the first room, I'm afraid, seeing all the different traders that are in there on the way and passing through our exhibit area, and then you'll be able to get to the second room to find some of the other large traders. So again, it's just, I kind of did that on purpose, but I don't want anyone to miss out, you know what I mean? I want everyone to have a fantastic day and experience it all. So yeah, it's going to be amazing. I am going to say I'm massively blown away by the amount of goodwill we've had towards Sheffield as well. We've had some amazing sponsorship opportunities that I want to obviously shout out. Answer Us, he sponsors our main and exhibition shows at the moment, Bristol and Sheffield. We can't thank him enough. Without him and his support, the first show and every show that we've got planned, apart from Weymouth, would not be happening. Right? He is the man which started it financially for us. Without his financial backing, we would have never got off the ground. And he's continued to back us, not just financially, but he does support me sort of as a friend as well. If I need advice or if I need to just run things past him, and he's always there. And he's an amazing guy Answer Us. He does amazing work, and he keeps sells amazing colonies as well. It's one guy I've always gone to myself. So massive shout out to him. I also want to shout out, I've got to make sure I get it right, because I would shoot myself if I got it. I'm not going to shoot myself, that's probably the wrong thing to say. I would kick myself if I got it wrong, but I'm not going to be able to. just want to go make sure I say hang on. The, right, there we go. Shout out to Milestone Marquees. They are going to be doing a little sponsorship deal with us, we could say. And they're not asking for much, they just want me to do a little bit of a shout out for them and just mention the fact that they are going to be supporting us with a few bits of equipment. I'm not going to tell you any more than that because it will spoil the fun. But they've been super amazing, and like I say, I've been blown away with generosity towards us. Obviously, this is a non-profit show. Half the money, or if we make money, half the money will go back into future shows and improving them and making sure that we can keep making it better and bigger and better for you. And the other half will be split up, but the other half will go to research and conservation projects locally to Sheffield, possibly to the people that are coming as speakers, because obviously they are professors and they do work on a day-to-day basis with ants and stuff, and that's sort of where we want to go with it. That's the same for the raffle money as well. All the raffle money goes straight into the same pot, and that just gets cut straight in half. We don't take anything from it. It's that. I think that's the best way to explain it. Right, let's answer like me and you will rock the ants. Yeah. We've Bad Ants. We've also got Ant Farm Supplies is coming, and he is absolutely spectacular with their nests and things like that. They've got a whole new range that's coming out as well, which I'm not going to spoil. I'm not going to tell you about because we have an interview lined up with them, and we'll hear all about it there and then. And obviously you'll see it at Sheffield. So between us, we'll be able to supply more than enough of the ants I think people want. And I think he's going to make quite a bit of a killing on Formicarium. So yeah, it's going to be spectacular. And like I say, I'm not going to spoil it, but Bristol is looking really good for ant people as well. Weymouth is not just an ant show, it's not just an invert show, it's a showcase of everything around the Jurassic Coast. If you're an invert trader, you're welcome to come and things like that. But it is more of, if you're around the Jurassic Coast, I'm going to be messaging you rather than, you know what I mean. We've got museums, we've got fossils, we've got talks about the sea, we've got some really amazing stuff coming to Weymouth. Again, I do live in Portland, which is connected to Weymouth, so it's local for me. I know everyone. I know the local council, and they have agreed to let us do big ant-shaped wooden boards all the way along the seafront, giving people directions to the event. So that's pretty cool. They're fully behind the event. We've got the mayors of Weymouth, Portland, and Dorchester coming to that show. The town, I can never pronounce it. The shouty person, the town shouty person with the hat and the bell, he's like one of the best in the country. He's doing like shouts about the Weymouth event and come in. We've got some really cool stuff happening over like this year is going to be fantastic. Let's just say that it's definitely going to be amazing. And if everything carries on the way it is, I'm going to be smiling. After the last couple of years, which have been hard work, I'm feeling a lot better about this one already. Is there any questions about Sheffield? Is there anything I haven't covered? Anything that I need to mention? Because you know what it's like, especially when I am tired. I think I might even be able to share. No, I'd have to. Next time I can upload the map and things like that. Quite a few of those Dublin beetles in there now. See, they move between the tanks quite freely. You can see what they're trying to do. There's what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I can see at the moment. Yeah, like I say, they move between the tanks quite freely. There's a lot of ants actually. Just looking at it, I'm gonna just full screen it on my computer 1 second. That's a lot, that. Wow. And there's going to be more coming, right? That's nowhere near how many there is, you know. Thinking I may need to get more stock, to be honest. No film crap for which I thought after this. Yeah, I mean, bring as much as you can is my advice on that, and that's my advice to any trader. You're in the committee, so I'll give you a message afterwards on roughly how many people we are currently expecting. You can be like, oh, okay. So yeah, like I say, it's sort of blown me away. I'm putting in another big stock order just before the show, getting loads of new ants in. Not just before the show, but roughly. What else is happening? I've got loads of stuff I'm bringing up, stock-wise actually. It's going to be super fun. But I'm only going to be running the stall for like. I have spoke to him. It will be restocked very soon, Rose Dollar. So don't rush. And in fact, I will talk to you about them because I've really called it quite boring. I've got trapjaws, and you only really see them at feeding time, and that's if you're lucky because they'll get the food and take it back into the hole, and then you never bloody see them again. But that is in a big natural form of carrying. So if you're keeping them in like a man-made sort of set up, then you'd be alright, I expect. But yeah. What was I saying? Brain's gone. Brain's completely gone. Yeah, brain's gone. That's it. Oh dear. So one thing I was going to say is I've currently got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enclosures empty at the moment, and I need to fill them soon. So I upgraded the Dubia roaches. So I've got their old enclosure. I've got some other enclosures, and oh wow, gonna have to do something. I've got trapjaws 2, and yeah, hardly see them. Useless. Yeah, that's it. I mean, they are really cool, but it is like, see, the footage you see on YouTube doesn't give it justice because obviously they sat there and waited to get some really good footage, and it looks amazing, and it looks like you're going to see them, and they might do that, but you'll never bloody see them. You know what I mean? Apart from that, yes, they are super, super cool. Oh yeah, one thing I need to keep saying is we are now doing an NHS discount at all of my shows, any of my ticketed shows. If you can show a valid NHS ID. Good evening, Susan. Thank you very much. If you can share a valid NHS ID, then it is 50% off your ticket price upon going in the show. And if you're with your partner, it'll probably be with them as well. I thought it's kind of one of those things you've just got to do. You know, you've got to support the NHS, and that's one way we can do it, especially at these times at the minute where everyone's sort of underpaid and overworked. So, yeah, it is what it is. If I could offer everyone a discount, I would, but I think it is pretty much cheap enough as it is. It's only £5 to get into the show. £5 standard and under 13 to 3, so you can't really get much cheaper. Right, so those Donna, if you like the size of them, you want to look for like that, maybe some Campos. Campos with workers, skip the founding stage, get a Campo colony with workers, and they'd be alright. In fact, Nico's might be alright for you. If you want even slightly larger than that, yeah, something like Diacama. I know they are the Asian bull ant, scary, but they're not. They can't really climb. They're really, really bad at climbing. In fact, I've never had to replace the barrier. And if you don't, if you're careful and if you're confident, then you're not silly, They are large and they are very exciting, but they can sting. Very nice. I do have Discord. Yes, get on the Discord. Yeah, our Discord server is actually starting to make another little comeback at the minute. Get a new lease of life, I think is the correct words. Yes, I am starting to drink the energy drink again, which doesn't make me wake up. Like, I am tired regardless of the energy drink, to be honest, but it's just the way it is. I have got a big packet of wine gums sat next to me, so we're going to crack them open. Wine gums, energy drink, and we'll plough on a little bit longer. But you will have to, I will have to talk to you with wine gum in my mouth, I'm afraid. And having, I don't know if you know, like if you're new to the channel, you probably don't know. I have 0 teeth, no teeth at all. During my athlete days, and because of my health conditions, my teeth have been destroyed. So they removed them all. So I'm going to now eat a wine gum with no teeth. You'd be surprised because I talk pretty much normally and I eat normal things. You'd never know if you didn't know. But I'm quite open and honest about it. I've got nothing to hide. Wine gums are literally one of the best sweets in the world. You never get drunk off them either. No, I don't drink. I just don't, right? Because of everything, I just don't drink. So this is kind of like the closest I'm ever going to get to wine flavoured or whatever. I do like a good wine gum. That's really hard to talk. You put on some like waiting music or something. Oh, right. I gave up. I just swallowed it down. Oh, so what else is happening in the world of Ants on a Block? Honestly, I can't even think. I've got quite a lot going on at the minute. I'm in the middle of doing 3 different videos, which I just haven't had an opportunity. Elevator music, exactly. I haven't had the opportunity to do the recording, the audio for. Mainly because there's always a kid in the background at the moment. And the times when they're at school, I'm just absolutely hectic. And then the wife is cleaning, and there's hoovers, and so I'm just going to have to put it off a little bit longer. So there is videos coming, but it's more of an audio thing at the moment. I do apologise for that. Oh, there's some dairy cows there. What is it? There's 4 species of isopod living in this side of the tank, and 2 in the other side, I think, at the moment. I might add some more isopods. We'll see. And lots of ants. That bridge has been very busy, like the whole time, actually, up and down. But if I look behind me, it's pretty busy now. It is pretty busy. Right, so does anyone have anything they want me to talk about? Any questions about anything that I'm doing? We have our free event if you're local to the Weymouth area. Our free event is on the 18th of February at Weymouth Library. That's going to be absolutely spectacular. It's going to be quite busy by the looks of it. Quite a lot of people are going to be attending. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be actually really fun. A bit different. Again, it's going to be more of our free flow workshops and maybe a bit of something special and maybe a few free gifts to give away as well. Why not? Oh yeah, I know, Baz. I know. I need to get that sorted, but as you know, there's so many things, and it will happen. Give me time. Give me time. That's all good, man. That's all good. We'll get there. We will get there. Once we get done, we'll all be all right, and everything will be fine. I just got to be honest, I'm pretty much done with Sheffield. I'm going to have like a little break and then carry on cracking on with the others. But I do need a little break, I think. And I don't need to have like a week off or anything. I just go play a game in the morning before I start work or something. Because I wake up at this morning I woke up at 5. I instantly started work, and then I'll probably be sat here until, what's that? It's 10 to 10. I'll probably be sat here till about midnight, maybe 1 o'clock, working. So I'm just going to take some time to play a game or something like that a bit more over the next few days at least, and just sort of relax my brain. I've obviously done myself in a little bit, but the Christmas period's just been absolutely hectic. Obviously, we moved house just before Christmas, and there was Christmas and everything else that we're doing. So it has been a bit tiring, we can say. We are going to be heading towards the end of the stream now, so like I say, if you've got any questions, comments, anything at all, just send them in now. Don't forget to like the stream as well if you think I deserve it, and if you want to. Oh, I was going to say something, but I lost track of it, like mid-word. But yeah, feel free to hit that like button and whatever. We will obviously be back on Wednesday and Sunday, and I will get those interviews sorted. We'll get, by the looks of it, the Wi-Fi is actually not too bad right now. It was a little bit iffy earlier, but it seems to have sorted itself out. So we will keep on improving, and we will get it hardlined in eventually. But again, it's just one thing at a time. We got to decorate the house first. That's the aim. We want to decorate, and then we'll start doing the hard lines and things like that. So it's one thing at a time. Kids have already been back at school a few weeks. 2 weeks? Oh, I don't know. Oh dear. Always deserve those. Thank you very much, Baz. That's kind of you, buddy. We've got 830 subscribers or something like that, and that's super cool. I'm well happy with it. When I first started my hand channel, before the shop, before any of that, I never thought I'd get to this many. Never thought I'd own a shop, and never thought I'd host a ant show. So we kind of, striped that off the list. Is that the one? No, we haven't striped it off the list. It will never be striped off the list because we can always do bigger and better. But yeah, it's fantastic. It's like I say, the show's definitely gaining momentum. Biggest and bestest ant show in the world. Simple as that. Isn't it? I just stuck another wine gum in my mouth, even though I've already said that. Whatever. Clearly I'm tired. Energy drink. Energy drink. Right. Oh, hang on, I can. Well, I was going to put on some music, but it took so long it didn't load. Once you have momentum, it won't stop. Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like. And that's what it's sort of been like since, about November sort of time. Maybe November, maybe a little earlier. It definitely has been. The momentum's just kept us going. You're right, Evie, you're back. You better go to bed soon, darling. It's nearly 10 o'clock. On that note, I do think I am going to call it a night on this stream. It's been fantastic yet again. Do join me again for another chat show. Wednesdays and Sundays, we are here every week, 9 o'clock chatting, and 8:30 for the pre-show feeding. So I will get those interviews done and whatnot. We will get that, but it's always good and fantastic being here talking to you. Anyways, I enjoy talking to you, and I enjoy your comments. Like I say, please do come back another time. Massive thank you to our sponsors, Answer Us and Valhalla Martial Arts, for sponsoring these streams and the chat show. Absolutely fantastic for their ongoing support into the new year. And we look forward to a whole other year of being supported by them and improving the show. Massive thank you to our patrons, of course, and a massive thank you to all of our viewers. If you need me, You know where to find me. I'm on pretty much every social media, and most of you probably already know how to get hold of me already. If you can't find me anywhere like that, go on the website, go on the Let's Chat feature, send me a message, and it will ping straight to my phone. It's the fastest and easiest way of getting hold of me. But as always, for me, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll see you again soon, man. Thanks.